What the fuck is happening? Okay. It seems to be to chilled out a little bit now, so that's good. That's good. That's great. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Yeah, good. Right. Um. So yeah, my plan now is to go back and try and do Edda. I want to say if it's been oh god, I've been away for a while. Uh, I believe her name's Edda though. The Edda's route. So I'm gonna assume that the beginning of the game is probably gonna be pretty much the same. So I'll just do the usual and cut back when something new happens. Yeah. Okay. I honestly am not sure what all I went through just now was, you know, apart from one little bitty thing at the very beginning, but it wasn't really worth recording because it's like I think it just kind of makes one line different. But I couldn't tell about the rest. I mean, some things I didn't recognize, but they were probably there, and I just wasn't. I just don't remember because it's been a while. But this was what I remember being like a. Well, I remember assuming this would be a turning point to offer to the dishes, and last time I went with the option. The only option available was to say no, and that had rude go spend more time with Durong, and so on and so forth. Oh yeah, the option at the start was to not flirt, I think. But yeah, so this one we're going to be helping out instead, and I believe that means more time with Edda, so yes, sure. I'm not trying to question your goodwill. What do you get out of this? It makes sense to question the new girl on the block. I was thinking a favor now for a favor later. Even if I meant well, it's difficult to ask them to place their trust in me right on the spot. They could cost them their jobs after all. They could trust me more if it were a two-way street. Sexually? Really? What? Oh, is this because I'm okay? I think I remember that there's a whole thing of like the stereotypes about nymphs. I want to say. I don't remember what your species is. Sexual? Really? Without any prompts, the two women came to the same conclusion. Wait, did you? Yeah, you actually asked. Okay, I was going to say, did you actually ask? Was it a blank statement from you? Do I use that vibe? Does his face scream desperation? He doesn't look impressed. Shouldn't be. Sure, why not? Not sure if I'm into that. But maybe once is fine. Really? Yeah. Orin fidgets her fingers. I'll do. Okay, sure. As long as I'm with Orin simultaneously. Oh, no. I heard that. Of course, I spoke with indoor voice. They know that was tongue-in-cheek, right? Zakan is my tie, but Orin does not get my groin tingling. I don't know if this look is disappointment because of... It's just... Oh, no, okay. You gotta put the trash in the correct recycled bins. Okay, then you go on that one over... No, I'm sorry. Green for general trash, orange for organic, and yellow for recycling. The women shouted the look. Is this really okay? I really need to leave now. So do I. I won't be long at all. 10, 20 minutes max. Thanks. 10 minutes, she said. Won't take long, she said. This is the part where you see the room covered in water and she's like, it's fucking paddling across in one of the little cardboard boxes hurriedly. Well, the bottom is about to fall out because it's soaking through like cardboard does, and it just falls apart. I must have been sorting the trash for an hour already. The trash bags don't come... Be careful, though. If people catch you, you might lose friendship points with them, you know? Why you don't put the trash can for the damn doors and watch where you... Sorry. Fucking Stardew Valley trauma. The trash bags don't come in proper colors like they did back home. Every trash bag I buy is just usually gray or black. I mean, what do you mean the trash bags don't come in proper colors? All the bins were colored, and that was the thing. The large bins and heavy lids add up to the time I spent here. Hey, that's useful feedback. I take notes in my head. I wonder what... Oh, you're talking to yourself. Hey, that's useful feedback. Okay. Somber piano music kicks in. I wonder what Durong is doing. It was cute that she wanted to hang out with me. The way she said your friend, it sounded a little like jealousy. It is starting to pick up on her using that angle. I will say, okay, real quick. I'm worried. Durong fell for Rue. I think before Rue really fell for Durong or realized that she was. So in this route, if she's not going to be developing feelings for Durong, will Durong still develop feelings for Rue? Like, even if it's just a little crush in the beginning, is that going to come into play at all? Like, I don't really want to. I don't want Durong to be hurt. That's. Okay. The last bag is in the bin, waiting for the truck to pick them up tomorrow. With this amount of food waste, trucks need to come by every day. It is, however, none of my business what happens to the trash. It's time to take a rest before dinner. Click clack. Oh, you're locked in? Great. Click clack. Huh? Click clack. Uh-oh. Did I just lock myself in here? I tried one more time to no avail. It's like where I belong with the rest of the garbage. You cannot try the same thing over and over again and expect something different to happen, apparently. Do you know the definition of insanity? The handle is jammed at its current position and refuses to move. To my understanding, everyone in this building should be taking their afternoon naps at this time. Oh, shit. Anyone there? I bang on the heavy door to an empty room. There is no comfortable way to knock on a hard metal door. The sides of my hands grow redder and more painful. Only 3 of us were in charge of cleaning up. Anyone? Damn it. Sakan and Oren must be on the bus by now and no reason to come back. With my next shift not happening until another hour or 2, this is the best time to not carry a phone. It's unlikely I can use the phone anyway. My prepaid ran out a few days back. But what? Never mind. Oop, the door thunks out of my kick. Ow, damn it! Yeah, I saw that coming. I take a shoe I just took off and throw it at a bin. Did it go any more wrong? I slip my shoe back on. Ugh. Trading sexual favors, you're locked in a garbage room. This is so stupid. At least it isn't hot in here and the ventilation's working. If I were stuck in any other bin room, my nose would stop working in 5 minutes. The truck door, of course! But not like the truck door will only explode gently on my face. As I walk over to this side of the room, the door behind me slides open. Huh? Etta? Etta emerges from behind the door, still in her uniform. She glances around the room and settles her gaze on me. Oh. Thank you. I thought I'd be stuck in here this evening. She's unnervingly quiet, blocking the large door with her whole body. Yeah, because she's fucking huge. Anyone would feel rattled if an almost 2.5 meter giant were looking down at them. This handle. It jams sometimes. You have to really push it in and turn. So, what you're telling me is that it wasn't really locked in, just really sticky handle. Or is it by Oregon standards? Because, I mean, if it's sticky, but then Rue might have to, like, put her whole weight to like put both hands on it, shove down as she, like, jumps up in hopes that she can get her whole body weight to push the damn thing down. Also, I do like the way that Etta just kind of slowly talks. This handle, it jams sometimes. You have to really push it in and turn. Etta explains with her soft voice as if she's unaware of the thick tension between us. My heart could not stop its incessant pounding. Well, that certainly would be useful next time I get locked in. Etta maintains her distance and scrutinizes my every move. Her face doesn't bear her usual smile, almost like I'm speaking to a different person through her body. This is not your duty. Yes, I was helping at Oren. She needed to go to town. To, get some equipment, I believe? I see. It may get Oren in trouble if Etta were to find out why Oren left for kitchen duty. She moves back from the door and leaves. She may get in trouble just for her, now that you've told her it was you're filling in. I can't talk, as usual. She moves back from the door and leaves enough space for me to go through. Go. Thank you, ma'am. There's an unsettling feeling inside me of what happened just now. She didn't stumble for those questions alone. There's a beautiful scent permeating the air as I get in the kitchen. Are you cooking? I sure am. Edda slowly walks back to her pan like she has all the time in the world. It was the same meal this afternoon. As I recall, we were serving something different tonight. Can I help you with something? I look back up at her. The corners of her lips have pulled back up into a smile. That they have. Are you trying to improve the flavor? You thought it was bland, did you not? Sorry, I didn't think you'd hear me. It was perfectly fine. My taste buds are useless sometimes, I tell you. Please don't kill me, giant lady. Edda only chuckles along with me. I didn't expect my throwaway comment to bother her this much. Maybe it's not bother so much as she's taken the criticism into account and is attempting to do something about it. In other words, she actually listened. You know, that's how you can improve. You take constructive advice. Criticism, whatever the words. I didn't want to be too redundant, but that really works better. Given the meaning and all. If you want, I could stay back and help you. There's no need for that. If she cooked by herself during the rest hour, she missed no one company. Apparently we're keeping her company. They don't have a choice. It was because of me that she stayed back. It's only just that I help her out. I'll just watch if you don't mind my company. Edda cocks her head. Perhaps I'll pick up a new skill or 5. Flattery will get you... Where, I wonder, actually? With Edda, I don't know. Edda walks over to the condiment aisle and picks up a large bottle of sauce. Of course, my dear. Truthfully, I half expected her to say no. What's the sauce? Shoot me. Edda is just as capable by herself. There's a high degree of control in the way she shakes, swirls, and flips the heavy pan with one hand. Watching her work is reeling me in. Hand me the vegetables, please. Here you go. Edda tosses it around some more before thickening the sauce. She turns off the gas, allowing the residual heat to finish her cooking. Ah, yes. Cooking with gas as opposed to electric. Much faster turnaround when it comes to heat. You would like a taste, yes? Well, okay, I say that. I'm not a really 100%... I'm not a cook, okay? And my experience with using gas stoves is limited to what people have told me, so that's what I'm going off of when I say that. I would. I thought it was full before, but this is making me salivate a little. Don't talk about food, I'm hungry. I don't mean to be a stereotype, but this nymph is greedy. Nymph, okay, so I did get that right. Ooh, hello. Oh, wow. I like to use soy sauce rather than salt. It gives the food a much deeper flavor. Yeah, I can actually imagine. The texture is similar to the meal I had at lunch, but the flavor is richer. This is just how I like it. It's a little different, huh? Some residents do not want their food too rich. I thought I'd let them modify it however they like. I see. You're not just a pretty face, are you? Isn't that usually what they should be saying to you, given, well, okay, stereotypes and all? Despite herself, Edda chuckles in amusement. You're not the first one to comment on the seasoning. I really want to get around it. Edda must care a great deal about this community. Perhaps you can use meat stock instead of water to add more depth, not using additional condiments. I mean, that sounds sound to me. Again, redundancy. Or some more pepper to add a punch to it. Ah, a little piquancy. Here, let me add a small amount of red pepper powder. Ooh, red pepper. I give it a taste for offering it to Edda. Oh, yeah, try this. Has to, like, reach up with it. Edda cocks her head to the side. What? Come on, Your Grace. My hand's getting tired. Here comes the airplane. Well, take off. Edda bends down and eats up the food I offered her. No, okay. She brings up her hand to cover her mouth and looks away when she chews on it. Her eyebrows raise up. Spicy foods are not my thing. I mean, each their own, but... Boo. I like a little spice. But that was nice. And that rhymed. Fuck off. Really? Thank you. Where'd you know how to cook? Me? I taught myself. I mean... Yeah, that made... Yeah. Because my mom's cooking was horrible. I had to either cook the food myself or eat out all the time. Honestly, learning how to cook is a very useful thing. Even if, you don't need to go to school to learn how to cook. I mean, you probably need to go to, well, probably recommended to go to some kind of school to learn how to really cook. But just making meals, yeah. What the fuck am I babbling on about? I don't know what the hell I'm saying. I'm not a goddamn. What do I even try? Why do I say things? Why do I open my mouth? Why do I let my brain put words across my tongue, past my lips, and out into the open for others to hear? You bet there were countless cut fingers. Mama's kitchen still smells like burnt fur to this day. I had to put out a small fire too. I was only a kid at the time though. I remember feeling guilty when Mom threw me out of my kitchen disasters, including the pot. Damn. Pots were expensive back then. Cost 20 times my weekly allowance. Do you not like cooking? Huh? What do you mean? You only recall bad memories you taught when you talked about it. That's a good point you picked. That's actually nice attention to detail. But it was only an observation. I mean, Rue could just be the kind of person to focus on the negative. Lots of people like that. I'm like that. I try not to be, but damned if my pessimistic nature doesn't show through. I do like it, eh? After all, I have stuck with it this long. I'm not bored of it, I think. Actually, I love it. I even got a trade degree in cooking. It was hard for ex-Army personnel to find work without a degree. I was lucky to get a kitchen hand position. Would I get into trouble if I said I don't know whether I like my job in front of my boss? I mean, it depends on how much of an ignorant ass your boss is. Oh, I don't really enjoy this line of work, Well, then you're fine. If you don't enjoy the work, you can't do it. Lots of people don't like their jobs, they still do them just fine. I don't like my job, and I do it just fine. Probably go above and beyond, really. If I do say so myself. I felt excited when Etta asked me about my past, and I just blurted everything out. Yeah. And you love? You touch of the trade. A topic shift would be a good change of pace. It's okay if you did. Mild encouraged me. I didn't expect her to be honest with me. Who said she was? I wanted to be a soldier. It was not possible after I severed my trigger finger in an accident. I wonder what accident resulted in that ragged cut. Should I push for an answer? I can still move it, but it's not very sensitive, and it twitches on a bad day. It still performs well under some circumstances, though. Etta puts on its I was in a fucking... Well, no. I was tempted to say, is that supposed to be an innuendo, but I decided against it because I didn't want to sound puerile, but apparently I should have gone with it because the game was going to do it anyway. Etta puts on a suggestive smirk. Hee. It's hard not feeling flattered when a tall, dark, and pretty girl flirts with you. Yeah, Her maturity and calmness are a big selling point to me. Etta is pretty much my type. Well, it taught me how important cooking is for the people I care about. There are many jobs your audience places great trust in your hands. For cooking, they trust you to provide them with a good and safe time. In a way soldiers cannot. The way Etta puts it, and there's the fucking choir again, ascending us to heaven well... I was at Asgard, but it's not quite meaty warrior Skyrim theme enough. The way Etta puts it, it makes sense for her not to let me work in the kitchen until I've accumulated enough experience. When can she place this great trust in me too? You make cooking sound so grand. I mean, it can be, yeah. I'm all about flair, my dear. I made my way to the pool room after cooking with Etta, but there was no one around. I had held a small hope that I would see Durong, but because the choice was different this time, we did not. We stayed behind. With a little time left, I took a short walk out to the building for some fresh air. I'm going to leave this episode here, I think, actually. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.